Hey gang, it's Ark. Welcome back to Orb of Creation. Alright, so I've done some more stuff off camera, and we're definitely getting into the late game of this, and one of the things that I'm starting to notice is that with the research in particular, this has much more of an idle feel to it. Let me see what's going on here. This is Expert Alchemy. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. I don't quite have the amounts to do this, so what I can do is just like start them and then come back and do the rest of it later. Anyway, I've got 250 here, so let me just see if I can start. I'm just gonna nope, I already started that one. I've actually started most of these. Expert expansion, yeah, we're not even close to being able to get this, but I'll just go ahead and spend the 250 on it and then pause it so we don't lose all of our resources. So I did go ahead and unlock a couple of things off screen. I think the main thing that I got was Enchant Alchemy. I don't think that I had this in the last episode. So these give me boosts that are essentially permanent as long as I use the slots for them. And I think what I'm going to do is just invest heavily into all the types of alchemy from here on out, including potions, which I haven't really done that much with. There's one potion in particular. I don't know if I even have any of it here. Looks like I didn't ever make it. Or maybe I used the only one I made. Let's just look at brewing. I do that from here, yeah. Spark potion, here we go. Memory mixture. So this gives mental resource quality, which is going to reduce the costs of all the mental resources, which includes knowledge, skill, control. Ceremony is also a mental resource. I don't know if any of these, probably none of these are. But those four, it's going to be interesting to see what the effects are with ceremony. And in fact, now that I think about it, what's going to happen if I use knowledge brews to increase mental resources gained on the rewards from doing the rituals? That seems like it could be powerful. Plus 300%, so essentially 4 times the gain. I'll have to check that out. But for right now, let's go ahead and start a memory mixture. I'm going to... I wish there was a way to sort these by type so you could quickly find what you wanted. But I'm going to get rid of a water and a space. I guess I just click them normally, not right click. And that should give me enough room to do memory mixture. And then we're going to start leveling that up as well. These take quite a while to brew, but I'll get in there and upgrade those soon. Alright, let me spend some of these capped resources. Like I said, I'm going to be focusing on alchemy, so... I'm going to go over these mutagenic things in a minute, but let's go ahead and level this up a couple of times. And we've got elemental alchemy, which gives me additional alchemical capacity from... I think from everything. So this is really strong because it has the overall effect of increasing this max cap here. Alright, so let's look at the Mutagenic Alchemy now. So this is a new one that I haven't tried yet. This looks really, really strong too. Just permanently increasing my crafting multiplier. And this says every 18.2 seconds, so I believe that that's been... this doesn't say anything about speed. It's only level 1. Alright, let me just select this real quick. Yeah, so leveling up Mutagenic makes them all gain increased power and speed. So I'm probably going to want to start putting a lot of stuff into here too. This just gives skill and wood quality. That's also a permanent effect. In fact, what I'm thinking of doing is, let's just ditch the spark droplets. Or maybe I'm not doing those currently. Now, here they are. Let's take this off for right now, because I've got all the spark I need for right now. And let's instead do... Let's see, this is costing that blue resource, Dark Thistle. I've got enough of that, so we'll do 1 level of Precision. That's going to give crafting effect. This one we can't really quite afford yet. But that'll start to level up. Alright, so I need to vastly increase my alchemic capacity here. Head over to manage. And I believe we can now level up this one. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the cost for this, because that's going to start to cost a lot of Dark Thistle. Yeah, it's already down to, or up to, minus 1.85 per second. Anyway, hopefully we'll eventually get a bunch of these going simultaneously. What is this one costing? Mage Bloom? We got plenty of that. I know I'm not currently running this, but I think as I level it up... this still says level 14. Maybe this is based on mastery level and not the actual level that I'm currently using. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, eventually we'll start running this again. I just need to get more capacities all around. Speaking of, we've got expanded equipment here, which gives me additional mechanical capacity. I'm going to start this, but the costs are just too extreme for me to manage right now. Although, let's see, 23,000 space per second. Actually, this is slow enough. I wish you could actually just adjust. Like, you should be able to just adjust the speed downwards. Oh, that would actually be a really good change. Because right now, like here, if I want to ever be able to spend these things, I have to constantly come in, unpause these, spend them down, and then restart them, because I want to actually have these around to spend. But if I could just adjust the sliders, or even more, just have a tick that says only spend things that are over your cap, that would also be really handy. Yeah, this is just like, it encourages being idle, but it also makes it almost impossible to play actively while you're trying to research. Really kind of annoying that way. Definitely could use some tweaks here. Alright, well anyway, let's head over to the workshop. I believe these are new as well. Essence Resource Quality. So I think I care more about liquid resource quality. We're probably going to be putting points into this. That is a lot of water. So water and elementia are both liquids. Alright, let's just go ahead and get a few more levels of this. And I think I should try to upgrade my water production. So let's go to Transmutation. Oh, right. Yeah, I actually already upgraded all this stuff, and most of them exceed one or the other of my caps. Transmute skill can be leveled up. What is this costing? That should be fine. We can level that up probably a couple of times. Yeah, that's easily manageable. Yeah, this requires a higher knowledge cap. Transmute Amber. This is eating up organic essence. We've got plenty of that, so we can upgrade the Transmute Amber rate. That requires a bunch of mana to further level up. So it's actually going to be important for me to level up my mana cap as well. And I think I already talked about this in the last episode, but mana cap, it looks like, is going to be primarily increased with Hang on, let me just get some upgrades in here. And we'll switch back over. Mana Cup is mostly done with this thing here, which gives magic resource capacity. I'm just seeing, are any of these... Well, those aren't things that have a capacity anyway. Amber is a natural crystal resource. Okay, so this is magic. I believe knowledges and mana. Those might be the only ones. These are elementals. It's interesting. Some of these have 2 tags, and some only have 1. And it's very hard to keep track of all the upgrades that you can use to affect these individually. All right, let's get some more craftsmanship. We're eventually going to be doing that one. Oh, wait, we got some new stuff here. Recifitra's Precision. Oh, this is because I finished one of those researches. Yes. Skill and wood quality and crafting power? Wait, this is going to be insane. Wait a minute. So this is almost plus 100%. This is a charm spell. If I cast 6 of these at once, that's like 7 times the quality, which is going to drastically reduce those costs. I don't know if the crafting power is that important. That might not get upgraded. Alright, we've also got Embolden, which is just affecting non-charm spells. I'm just going to go ahead and learn this. It doesn't really cost me anything to learn it. We're going to learn Brilliance. I think I need to get more levels of Arcane to potentially unlock more Arcane spells. So I should probably start... Oh, wait a minute. I've got, like, new stuff here. I need to unlock every spell because I think others are hiding behind them. Oh my goodness. This just creates Thaumaturgy and Thaumic Scrolls? Wait, and gives ×2 Thaumaturgy capacity? Wait, this is absolutely insane. Divining spell, which means since this is a non-charm spell, I can increase the power of this a lot. Arcane Inspiration. All right, I think I want to come do this one because I'm thinking if I cast like 4 of these, each of them is going to give me ×2. Is channeled or anything? No, it says toggled for 10 seconds. All right, I'm going to come back to this one. I'm very interested in trying to do a lot with this. Okay, and then we have Enchant, which is just non-charm, spell power, and cost. Okay, looks like that's everything. So this one we need Expert Arcane for momentum. Played around with this spell last patch. Mana Shield. Coiling Growth requires Expert Nature level 5. Oh, this gives Herbalism power and speed. That's going to be really good. Beam Burst is another combat spell. Micro Conversion. Accelerates your alteration spells. This requires level 6 of Expert Flow, which I think is pretty expensive. There's just so much stuff to play with and do the unlocks on in this. Let's see, I'm spending all my space and wood on research right now. Let's change that. Is that here? Yeah, okay, let's pause this for a bit. I do really want to finish this, but I'm probably going to want to do some crafting or something soon. Expanded equipment, this just gives me +1 mechanical capacity. I've already done several of those upgrades. Let me see, do I want to start any of these? That's 8 million space. I do want additional alchemical capacity, but that's probably not the right way to do it right now. Let's go ahead and get this charged spells things. So I can hold down a spell to... For charm spells, it's only times 1.2. Maybe there will be a way to increase that? I don't know. Go ahead and learn that. I should have probably tried that a long time ago. This we started already. Expert Alchemy. This is one of the things we needed. We can do a little bit more into this. I'll come back and finish that later. Alright. Let's go back to what we were doing here. So I'm going to look at Arcane Inspiration. Let's see, do I have an empty loadout? Let's just go to this one. I've been playing around with a bunch of different options here. Yeah, this whole reconfiguration thing didn't really work out, but maybe with the new alteration spell that I unlocked that gives me a huge buff to alteration, maybe there's a way to make that work. Anyway, so I can create a heavy version of this. It's going to cost 3.87 to cast, so I could probably cast like 4 of them. I actually gain this pretty slowly. Let's just try doing 2 at a time. So that'll give me a total of... Oh, and what's the cooldown going to be on this? A lot. That's fine. I probably have some ways that I can increase my Arcanum rate. Let's see, maybe in Wizardry. Oh, right, I can just check here. So the base comes from Magic Books, Infusion. So it's mostly Magic Books and Infusion. Can't really get much there, so let's go to... And I guess I'll buy that while we're waiting. Magic Book. Okay, so that's going to increase the rate a bit. And then we can give it a percentage increase with Resilience. Can't get too many levels of that right now. Oh, and also this is an elemental resource. So if I go to structures maybe. Here we go. Nope, this is magic resource. Concentration is elemental resource quality. There we go. So I could potentially put some more points into this. And that would help with the costs. Manipulation increases the effect of that. Just go and get another energetic infusion. Another infusion. More resilience. Alright, let's go back to... Alright, while I'm thinking about it, research, where's expert nature? This is what we need to cast that one spell, and we can pretty much do this. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. Okay, we finished charged spells. Did we get any new unlocks for that? Guess I could try charging this up. Alright, so for right now, I think I want to put points into intellect. So I'm holding it down. And it gave me 24,000. Let's try holding this one down for a little bit less time. But it looks like it uses up some of the duration on it when I hold it down like that. Don't seem to have any way to affect charged spells. Yeah, it's only showing me stuff that has to do with charm. I don't know, maybe there's additional research. Alright, so we finished one level of Expert Nature. Let's go and do the second one. Oh, wait a minute. Arcane Divining Spell? These aren't even charms? I thought because of the ×2 Thaumaturgy. Okay. Let's go into this public here. I know I'm letting all my resources stay capped. Let's just go. I guess I'll spend some of that stuff down for a second here. Dimensional Prowess is good. Let's go into the workshop to spend some skill. Control can be spent in the Alchemy tab. Let's get some Mutagenic Mastery. Knowledge. Probably want to continue putting points into Wisdom for additional mana capacity. Control is already capped again. So get a Manipulation. Yeah, it's just hard to get much out of this, I guess. Alright, let's just study Amber. And lastly, I don't really have anything to spend my control on right now. Maybe I can afford this once it caps. Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll leave it at that for right now. Now, what was I even doing? Right, so these are arcane divining spells. So I can cast probably 2 of these to drastically reduce the cooldown time. See, it lasts for 4 seconds. Maybe it'd actually be better to extend these. To do like a heavy extended, cast 3 of these, and then 3 of these. It's going to give a huge amount of spell power to that. Probably enough to just cap out my Thaumaturgy. The other option is to run a Toon Orb, which lasts for a lot longer, but I really like the idea of using the cooldown effect of this. So let's see. This has a very low cost right now. Already has a 57-second cooldown though, because of heavy. Do I want to do ×1.5 the cooldown? That might be just to get ×2 duration. Dilated is probably enough. Alright, let's create some heavy dilated whirling divinations. And then let's just leave these at just heavy. Let's throw another one of those in. So just get rid of this search term. Still got to use the fact that these aren't charm spells, which means that I could actually shorten their cooldown using let's just do this. For 4 seconds. Okay, so that actually doesn't do that much. I thought it would do a lot more than that. Alright, well we just have a minute and a half to get that set up. I don't know why I even have all these spark potions. And while I'm thinking about it, because I just saw the potion. Oh, you know what? I could probably upgrade some of this stuff. So this is Brewing Drain and Brewing Experience. We want a lot more Brewing Experience, since I'm going to actually heavily invest in that. This is power for resource and amp potions. This is an amp potion. How much water do I have? Oh, quite a bit. Alright, which one was I doing? The memory mixture? And this is costing me a tiny bit of mage, but yeah, that's not an issue at all. Just level that up as much as possible. So every 280 seconds, we're getting a potion that grants plus 125% mental resource quality. Mental resource, once again, is these 4. Not thaumaturgy, unfortunately, but... So I can probably just continue to upgrade this until, I guess until I don't have the space capacity. Alright, let's go back to my loadout. Let's put these at the end. These last for 5.2 seconds. Hopefully that's enough time that the first one won't run out when I cast the last one of these. And I've got enough Arcanum to cast all 3. Now, unfortunately, they're not going to last very long. Alright, so just for this run, I'm going to invest in... Okay, I actually have a lot of options here that require thaumaturgy. What type of spell is this? Divining. Put a bunch of points into aptitude for the divining spell power. Probably afford... Yeah, I'll take that up to 45. Alright, these cost... Oh. These are really low level. Shoot. Spellbook, manage. Whirling? Okay, so it just needs more levels. Oh, right, but these are charm spells, so they don't get as much from leveling up. Only times 1.2 base power per. Still, though, I could afford to level this up several times and still pay the mana costs. Alright, I think I've spent enough time trying to set this all up. Let's just see what this turns out as. I think I'm just going to dump points into Intellect, and I might get some Agility and possibly Comprehension as well. But I'm going to leave it at that for now. Obviously, we have other things to spend the Thaumaturgy on, but... Oh, those take a long time to cast, so do these. I'm not going to get the full effect for all of them. But, 133,000 per second. Yeah, it's not nearly as good as I was hoping. But hopefully we'll be able to continue to level them up. That did take me up to 1.69 million. I think it was actually higher than that. Because I only saw it just before the last one ran out. And you can see the last one has a much longer cooldown. Because I think the first one of these ran out when I cast that. Now, the thing is, that didn't seem that powerful, but these were level 3, and these were level 1. Not going to be able to level these up much because I don't have the Arcanum to support them. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth putting a bunch of time into this, just because... It might be overall more powerful just to focus on transmutation. This is just one resource. And, I mean, if you just look at what I'm transmuting... First of all, there's all the extra things that you get from all the transmutation. But then we're also doing this auto crafting. We're transmuting amber, knowledge, skill, space, water, and wood. I feel like focusing on that and casting, you know, one spell that will buff all of that. Where are my spells? Here we go. Transmutation Orbs. So these give me plus 522% transmutation power. And I think I can cast all of these. Yeah, this has got to be so much stronger of a thing to invest my time into. Alright, did we finish nature yet? Expert nature. World research. Expert nature level 5. Okay, so we did that. Let me just start this and then pause it. That should give us access to a new spell. Coiling growth. Okay, so this is the one that gives the herbalism power and speed. So this is something else that is just going to incentivize me to focus on the alchemy stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Condensed time is still in the game. And it gives transmutation, refinement, and mutagenic speed. Wait, that's so strong. Mutagenic is shoot, where am I looking? Alchemy, mutagenic. This is the one that gives stuff like permanent crafting effect, permanent spark, mana gain, permanent skill and wood quality. Okay, so most of these two cost plant resources. This costs a plant resource. This costs a plant resource. So the mutagenic effects cost plant resources. So if we look at the spell again, this notably does not give herbalism speed. So I'd probably need to combine this. I need to cast it in conjunction with the herbalism speed spell. Come on. I gotta get rid of this so I can see my spells. Let's see, that was a charm spell, right? Wow, I have so many charm spells. I need to go through and level all of these up. That's so much skill and wood quality. But it's such a short duration. Alright, what am I looking for here? Here we go. Coiling growth. So a heavy version of this gives... Yeah, this gives a huge amount of extra power for my herbalism. And that lasts for 36 seconds. And the one I can learn here only lasts for 10 seconds. Yeah, so that one would easily last long enough to run this. So I think that's going to be the combo, because then that basically powers up all of my alchemy. Everything except for the enchantment effects, which are sort of passive. Oh, and for brewing. Doesn't affect brewing, but that's okay. Speaking of brewing, can I power these up with potions at all? Actually, instead of looking at the ones I have, let's just look at what's possible. Let's go through and spend a bunch of stuff. So I'm about to look at potions, but just do some craftsmanship, findmanship. Got a bunch of space resources here. Can do some elemental alchemy. Metabolism. Let's see, how am I doing on verdant chambers? Looks like I can get a couple more of these. Now this is giving herbalism power and experience. Take that up to level 20. Some additional transmute power there. All right, wood and space. That's going to be in the workshop, structures. Let's do more carpentry stations. And for space, I guess I'll put more points into physical space. What am I doing on cores? Let's take this up to 35. And get some more urns of holding. And now all my mental resources have capped out again. I'm not ever going to really be able to keep up with this. Just randomly spend on a bunch of stuff. Control and skill. I think that's spendable here. Okay, let's just leave it at that for right now. Okay, so I was going to look at potions. Got some more space for some alchemies, so I think I'm just going to throw it into water for right now. Let's do transmutation. Do a couple more waters for now. Okay, and I'm going to look at brewing. Oh, right, crafting potions. Now, this gives... Okay, so this gives plus a percentage crafting power. This gives the same stat, so those probably stack additively. The total amount on this is already plus 2,000%. And then these spells also give just plus a percentage. So these actually blow the rest of the buffs out of the water right now. I cast all of these in a row. Oh, and we get a bunch from carpentry stations too. What's the cooldown on these? 173 seconds. Let me just do this real quick. I'm kind of curious how this works out. So, I know I don't necessarily have all the resources I want for this, but... So it's at 38.9. With 1, it goes up to 54.8. Okay, so these are really only giving me a small linear multiplier based on how many of them I cast. And the thing is, I don't think they're ever going to scale reasonably because they only get times 1.2 per level, and I already have the best buffs on them. So it might be a mistake to even focus on these from this point on. This is going to grow exponentially, times 1.01 per level. This isn't, so I should think of this more as a way to get more quality. This, however, can be buffed with... I think it's the mutagenic effect. Yeah, imbue precision. Every 430 seconds. And this costs Dark Thistle. In addition to skill, I don't think the skill gain is going to get out of control anytime soon. 4 Dark Thistle per second. I think I just want to go heavily into these. I need to get started on this one too. Let's head over to Alchemy. I actually have the plant spots for it. So let's get rid of some of the water. I'll come back and fix this later, but I'll get back. I can afford it now. View carpentry. Every 17.2 seconds. Has this one always been such a long period of time? Why is it changing? It used to be changing. Wait, what is going on here? Every 31 minutes? Is that because it's not currently equipped? I don't understand the rules here. Oh, this is just chewing through Dark Thistle. That's why I didn't have it equipped before. It gets quality from Expert Nature. Gained amount from Expert Nature. I need 1 million skill to level this up further. What is it costing? Water and skill. I don't even know if I realized how important this resource is. Is this it here? Dark Thistle? I'm only running a single copy of this? That's got to be a mistake. Okay, so Mage Bloom, we have... where even is Mage Bloom? Here we go. We have plus 32 per second, so let's take one of these out. Okay, so I actually need at least 3 of those right now. Dark Thistle, we need to free up some space. Like so. Now we can grow an additional Dark Thistle. Whoops, that was the wrong thing to do. Okay, so that single-handedly solved the issue there. I just want to have enough on hand to grow at least, or to run at least 1 or 2 levels of the mutagenic ones here. Every 51 seconds. Yeah, I still have no idea what's causing that to change by such a large amount. Every 38. Oh yeah, that one's not equipped. So why is this draining? Oh, this is the average rate. Okay, so it's gonna go down over time and then it's gonna get a big boost. All right, let's start taking a look over here. So don't care about that right now. +1 max alchemy resource slot. We're actually really close to being able to get this. Alchemic command level 50. Yeah, we're not too far off from that. And then Expert Alchemy level 5, I believe we already started the research on. Yeah, we should be able to finish this stage up and then start the next one. So we're close to being able to get that upgrade. This is going to give me the control capacity I need to purchase those last couple of things. Looks like I need some more thaumaturgy. I'm not going to use this probably much, but I'll use it now because I can just quickly get the resources I need. Okay, so we can finish this expert alchemy. We're going to run out of knowledge. We're going to be able to finish the control part of it. All right, let's pause that. So maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Maybe I do need to be going in here with spells because, I mean, this is a pretty powerful spell. But it definitely shortened the amount of time that I would need for this by a large amount. Hmm. 12.5 million and there's 3 stages. I just feel like it would be so much nicer if I could just save up the amount that I needed. Or invest over the cap or something like that. Alright, let's take a look at the enchantment alchemies. So we've got Enchant Transmutations. This gives better transmutation power. We'll definitely upgrade that. This is just capped by the fact that I don't have enough space for control. Although, mental resource quality. Yeah, I could probably start using these amp potions to get another level or 2 out of the enchantments. Well, that would be pretty sweet, actually. Enchant Herbalism. This is costing organic essence, which we have plenty of income of. Just making sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and level that up again. Enchant Herbalism. That's actually really good because it's going to help me get plenty of Dark Thistle. And these enchantments are only costing the basic transmutation slots. I have a bunch of ways to increase those with elemental alchemy here, and also with this is actually something I was planning to do at the very beginning of the episode, but I got distracted by so much other stuff. Let's see, not alchemic notes. Although, come to think of it, transmute station effect and refining station effect. We should get many levels of this. Here we go. Alchemical tomes. This is what gives alchemical capacity. Now, why is it plus 1.08? This isn't a self-scaling upgrade. I have no idea why that says plus 1.08. Is there any way for me to... Because I know I can like click on a resource here and see what affects it. But there's no way for me to click on an upgrade and see what affects it. Not to the best of my knowledge. Alright, well, let's just get a bunch of these. It's going to increase my control rate. And more importantly, just give me more capacity for alchemy. So I'm thinking, because herbalism looks like it's going to be so strong, with those new slots that I opened up, I've got plenty of organic essence. Let's just run a second copy. I'm actually already running 2 copies of Enchant Herbalism, but let's run a 3rd copy of that. So that's giving me a total. Unclear if that's a total of 92% to my herbalism power or what's going on. Okay, so if this is giving me herbalism power and herbalism and transmutation power and refinement power from these 3 upgrades, I don't really need this. Then the spell, it's too hard to keep track of everything. Let's see, charm spells. Okay, so then these spells, this increases herbalism power as well. And then where's the one that increases? Okay, so this gives transmutation and refinement power. Okay, so maybe these spells aren't as powerful as I was thinking, because if I just get enough alchemic capacity, these are all charm spells, right? Yeah, these are charms, which means they have a very slow growth in terms of, as I level them up, what the actual effect of them is. I still feel like this one has to be worth it, though. That's such a huge amount of skill and wood quality. I know this is the amount already with heavy on, but still. Just the skill quality alone is going to eventually allow me to get a bunch more levels of craftsmanship, which will... This is going to be my main source of crafting power, I think, just because of all the ways that you can scale this. You can even scale it with this. But I don't think I'm likely to be investing in this, because I'd rather get the permanent effects from alchemy. We'll see. Maybe at some point this will just be really, really cheap. Capability effect. Maybe someday. Still feel like the space upgrades are the main way, because this scales by 1%, this scales by 2%, and they multiply each other. And this only costs space, and I can upgrade the space capacity itself in the same way with a 1% and a 2% per level scaling, where they multiply each other. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what the late game combinations are. All right, I think I'm going to leave this one off here. As you can see, there's just, like, there's so many things to do here, and I didn't even get to half of the stuff that I planned to talk about this episode. So this series, just because of the, I guess, the idle nature of this now, doesn't really lend itself very well to doing everything on screen. So I'm going to continue to just work on stuff off screen, and I'll come back and show you guys where I get to. I'm estimating we have at least 3 or 4 more episodes, even with the off-camera work. I didn't even look at the rituals today. That's partly because I would say that's mostly because I think I'm going to be able to make much faster progress with that once I get more powerful in some of the other areas. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching.